Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Adventure Comics 158, The Impossible Task. And if you're like me and you saw that title, you would immediately think this is probably going to be a story about Superboy completing 3 tasks, which is the most default Superman or Superboy story you can possibly do. And you would be right. It's not a particularly great story. And it's especially galling when the 3-task aspect of the Superboy story doesn't show up until halfway through the comic. This didn't need to be established. You could have just done it throughout the entire comic, have him complete these 3 tasks. Because it's not a particularly difficult concept to get your head wrapped around. There is a new young teacher, though he looks like he's going bald, that none of the kids respect at Smallville High. His name is Thaddeus Brainley, and I can already see the problem of why they don't respect him. Superboy tries to use his powers by moving really fast to help him out, but the teens, see through this immediately, which is actually a pretty great twist. This is something Superboy has done multiple times in school stories. So it's kind of nice that the kids are like, wait, Superboy's doing this. This isn't our new teacher. He has no ability over us. Though it is fascinating that they're going to continue to disrespect him when they know Superboy is just around and is trying to help him, because eventually Superboy is going to get way more involved. So what is the solution? And Thaddeus comes up with a solution himself. What if he comes up with a task that even Superboy can't complete? I don't know if that necessarily would grant you the respect of your peers because, well, Superboy is going to help you do it. And if they were smart enough to understand that he was helping you to begin with, they'd probably see through him helping you the second time. And though I bring that up, they don't the second time. Honestly, this is a pretty easy Superboy story to kind of write out. If I were to feed all the Superboy stories up to this point into AI, it'd possibly come up with a concept close to this. Probably be much worse, but the concept itself is pretty bog standard at this point when it comes to Superboy. So I'm kind of already bored by it, and when it throws that it's going to need to do 3 tasks the last 6 or so pages, I immediately worry because they're not going to be all that exciting to do if he has so little time to pull off these tasks. Even when he has the entire story, they don't spend nearly enough time in the art to depict him doing this. And I won't bore you with what the 3 tasks are. It's the final task, and if you don't already see where this is going, it's the one task he can never solve. And in fact, he has to help Thaddeus think of it. Who is Superboy? He's never going to answer that question, and once he's stumped, the kids respect their new teacher. I don't see how that really leads to respect by just asking him the question he's never going to ask, and he very clearly was helped by Superboy. Everybody saw the hint in the sky. I do like Superboy helping people, but I think they established the story that in no way of him helping to the amount he was doing would accomplish what the story needed for Thaddeus to pull off to gain the respect of the students. And I think they needed to work harder on a climax, and for the love of God, just stop with the 3 tasks. Please, we're in the 50s. He's been completing 3 tasks for over a decade now. Come up with a better Superboy story or Superman story. Have him actually just do things. I get that you want structurally for him to complete 3 things in a 1-issue story, but don't tell us we're going to get 3 things. Just kind of let the story happen on its own. Let those things kind of play out. Don't make it, easy for him. Okay, that is it from Adventure Comics 158, The Impossible Task. It's not really all that impossible. He's pulled it off before. He's just made sure there were ways that no one heard the answer. Oh God, now that I think about it, this was utterly bull. He can complete this task. And it's actually, in fact, harder for him to outsmart it in a way where no one hears the answer. I think I'm now mad at this story. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe with the bell icon to get notifications when a new video is up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story, either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the boy of tomorrow? Whatever happened to Thaddeus Brainley? We do not see this guy, I don't think, ever again. We definitely don't see him in the next coming issues. In fact, we see a lot of teachers coming up soon. Okay, have a great day.